Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Jessica and I'm going to be a second-year kindergarten teacher in Oklahoma. Today we are starting our kinder camp, which is just a 3-day kindergarten roundup type thing. So here's how it goes. So I just got home not too long ago and today went really well. What we did with my group was we took a tour of the school, talked about some procedures. We read a Pete the Cat, I Love My School Shoes, and then we did a Pete the Cat guided drawing and watercolored it, and time for some STEM bin. So it was a lot of fun and the kids were great. We have about 35 kids doing it total, and so there's 6 of us, so we're doing teams of 2, and so I only had 11 kids with me and my partner teacher today, which was so easy, and it was really good to see the kids and how they are, and if there were any kids who needed help with pencil grip or letters or numbers, it was really easy for us to kind of take notes on that so that we can make the classes accordingly. But it went really well and I'm so excited for tomorrow. So my partner teacher and I were the fine motor group. So we had all the fine motor activities, which is why we did a guided drawing with paint. We also did a scissor activity with a paper bag. So we just drew faces on the paper bags and then they gave them haircuts so we could see how their scissor ability was. And the other 2 groups, we have a group of 2 teachers doing a letter activity or a letter center bins and stuff. And then the other group is doing math, numbers, and shapes. So we'll kind of get to see all around all of the academics, and then if there's any behaviors that stick out to us as well, we can make sure we can accommodate those. So tomorrow I will have a new group, and some in my group will go to the next teacher. So we will get to see all of the kids by the end of the camp, and it'll just kind of give us a head start and these kiddos a head start as they get a little bit more of how kindergarten works and what we expect as far as procedures. So I think it's a win-win, and it's just a great way to kind of get to know those kids that might be in your class. So after the kids left, I had lunch with my team and then we went to work in our classrooms since, as you guys saw in my setup 1 video, we were not completely ready. Obviously, like my cabinets and all the closets still need to be reorganized. So I spent a little time organizing my large closet. It's not done yet, but it was a start. And I hung up my circle time calendar area, which I will show you guys tomorrow when I'm back in my room. And I also finished up my lunch count board, which I think is going to be so great because last year I ended up having to pretty much take their lunch order every single day, and I wanted to make it possible for them to be able to make their own choice, but it was difficult because they couldn't read the names of the meals. So I found some picture cards and I'll go ahead and show you what I made. Okay, so here's what it looks like. This whiteboard was actually part of like a desk topper from my dorm, and I just literally peeled it off because I was done with the desk topper anyways. So that's where I found it, because it was kind of hard to find a good size magnet board that didn't have the chunky border. So after I took it off, I went ahead and put a Cricut sticker vinyl on here that's just today's menu, and then each of these are from Little Miss Fiesta. And I printed 2 copies per page because I wanted them to be a little bit smaller, and I wanted 2 sets so that we have each choice on both of those because it was just easier. So they have all the lunch choices, and the best part about it was that I could even, let me take this off. I could even design my own if it didn't have the exact thing I want. Like, this is something that is pretty much specific to my school. It's just called a Kidsable, which is basically just like this pre-packaged thing with like rolled deli meat and usually a snack. and then she didn't have parfait. You can kind of tell because of the font, but it was really nice because I can specialize it and it'll work if I change schools. Like I can just create the exact things that I want. My vlog the other day about how to make magnets for your classroom, that's why I made these numbered magnets, because then they'll get their number and place it on whichever choice they had. So if they brought their lunch from home and go there. And then at the beginning of the day, they'll all start off at the bottom. So that way I can also kind of see if anybody has forgotten to make a choice or if anybody is absent. Good morning. It is 7:20 on Tuesday. I'm about to go in for day 2 of kinder camp. I have a few things to bring in. I had to switch to a maxi skirt today because pants yesterday were so hot. It felt like seriously 100 degrees. And ready to get this show on the road. Okay guys, we just finished up the second day of kinder camp and I'm just loading a few things onto a cart to bring to my classroom. Okay, so in this top box, I got this like painting dryer. So if you open this, it looks like an octopus and the sides of it come down with clips so you can clip watercolor activities to it. And these 2 ones are Trofast, just storage containers that go with the furniture piece that I got. So I got 2 of the small ones, and then I also got 2 of the normal size ones. I'm not going to take them out because you guys already know what they look like. But now I'm going to go ahead and build the table I got. Also, a side note, guys, this was totally the wrong day to wear a skirt, but it's so hot out and I still have to dress professional because we are having kids in the morning. But as I'm building this, it's not as much fun to do in a skirt. It's a little bit more challenging, but it's okay. We're gonna make do. Building's obviously not my skill set. I had to go fix the screwdriver and ask my coworker because I couldn't figure out the drill bit situation. It's fine. I figured it out and we've established that I can't build things. Anyways, back to it. So I hope you enjoyed that struggle. So the reason why I was struggling so much is because at the bottom there's supposed to be, like, you're supposed to screw in these screws, but they only drilled holes through half of them, so the screws wouldn't go all the way in because like there wasn't room for them. So I would either need like an electronic screwdriver or a drill, which I don't have. But I realized the only part that it affects doesn't really matter because I'll show you right now. So right in the middle there's this wooden beam, but it just rests on this. So they wanted you to additionally screw this in, but it doesn't even matter because it's resting on this and it's not like the kids are gonna be jumping on it. So it's fine and I'm really excited about it. So this is what it looks like. It has those layers on top that you can remove, and then it fits the Trofast storage inside of it. So I got 2 of the small ones and 2 of the big ones, so I can actually take the small ones out and do 2 big ones right next to each other if I wanted to. And my plan for this is for it to be a sensory table. I'm gonna put those light pink chairs with it, and probably I want it to be like part of my weekly rotation and like just have themed sensory things in there. And I'm so excited, and it's like a really good height because it's not tall. It's about the same height as our small desks. So, yay, it's perfect. You guys, I cannot. This is so cute. I think I'm gonna get one of those ceiling hooks, and then maybe like over there in that corner or in that corner, I'm gonna like hook on the hook on the ceiling, and then have like a string going down, and that way I can just hook this when I need it, because I don't want this out all the time, but it'll be great when we need to dry all of our paintings. I also hung up the circle times center that I have. I didn't use this last year. I'm gonna start off with it this year because I really like this, and I think that will help them pick up the days and the weeks faster. My students last year kind of had a hard time saying like, oh, if today's Monday, yesterday was Sunday, and today's Tuesday, or tomorrow will be Tuesday. So I think this will help them a little bit more. It's more clear and more simple. And then also, I really like that this has a rhyme thing. So it has picture cards that you put in. Oops. And then you have to decide if it rhymes or not. So pan and fan obviously rhymes. So that's just like good daily practice, and especially for my EL kids. And then also shapes as well will help for my EL kids who kind of struggled with the names of the shapes. So I'm excited to use this. And then this is for counting. So there's like number cards somewhere right there. And then you would just put the number of gumballs, which I think is so cute. Who doesn't like gumballs? And the rainbow, so it matches perfectly with my room. And eventually, after I do this one for a little bit, I am gonna switch back to calendar math, which I have the Lakeshore one as well, just because I like to do the countdowns for field trips and all that stuff. So I'll probably do this one August and September, and then go ahead and switch it over. So these are the library labels that I added myself. I bought a big pack last year of library labels. Here they all are, but I needed a couple more like these ones and these ones, and I wanted them to be more about individual authors or characters. So I made one for Eric Carle, Mo Willems, Pete the Cat, Dr. Seuss, and then just a couple of theme ones I was missing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and attach them. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I got a lot done today, as you guys can see, but it's already almost 3:30, so I'm gonna go ahead and head out because I'll be here tomorrow. And tomorrow's our last day of kinder camp, and it's really exciting, and I can't wait to start this year. And I think tomorrow I'm also gonna get in a rack that I ordered for one of my closets. So hopefully I'll be able to organize that closet soon. And that's pretty much the last thing I have to organize. I think almost everything else is gonna be okay, and we'll just have to see. Thanks for watching.